Hey everybody, this is Christopher Small, and this is episode 95 of the Building a Law Firm podcast. What is up, everybody? Hope you're having a great day, a great week, month, year, everything. Hope you're having a great life. I am excited to be here today to sort of dive into this episode. What we're talking about today is, so if you've noticed, you probably haven't noticed, but I've kind of changed up the format. I've got six or seven topics that I want to just talk about on the regular. Do some deep diving in, do some strategy, do some tactics from time to time. But then I want to break that up, I think, every 2 or 3 episodes with a mindset episode. The reason I want to do that is because I think mindset is critically important to your success. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Your mindset is critically important to your success. It's probably the most important thing that you have, okay? You could be great at Facebook, you could be great at Google, you could be great at sales, you could be great at networking, but if your mind isn't right, you are going to lose, okay? And what's funny is, this episode is going to say something like mindset secrets, embrace the monotony of success, and I guarantee you a significantly lower amount of people are going to watch and listen to this episode than listen to the one on Facebook ads secrets or email marketing secrets, because they just don't get it. So if you are here listening to this right now, congratulations. You are one of the few that are likely to succeed, quite frankly, because this is, when I tell you, I remember when I first started my law firm, this is back in 2008, 2009, and I was doing okay, but it was kind of a struggle. I wasn't really sure what was going on. It wasn't that I was treading water, but it's sort of like, I'm trying to really kind of think of a good way to describe this. It's kind of like, you ever watch a horror movie? And not that my business was a horror movie, but do you ever watch a horror movie and they start to build a suspense, and someone's like just walking down the road and it doesn't seem like anything is wrong, but for whatever reason you kind of feel like things are out of sorts. That's kind of what I feel like with my business. I just could not get my footing under me. I just didn't feel comfortable. And I went to this mastermind meeting, and it was we didn't talk about strategy. We didn't talk about sort of business strategy at all. It was all mindset. I remember the theme of the whole weekend was get out of the fuselage, right? And I don't even know why I'm talking about this, because it doesn't really, it sort of goes with what I'm talking about. But what there's this we watched this movie. It's still out there. It's about this plane that crashed in the mountains of Chile, South America. I can't remember. It was like a soccer team was on there, and what happened was they crashed in the mountains, okay, and a few people died, maybe like 15 people lived, all right, and they kept waiting or thinking that people would come and rescue them, but little did they know they were like deep in the mountains. They were like deep, and nobody was ever coming. And what they ended up doing was just like sitting and staying in the fuselage of the airplane, living there for months, and they would eat the people that died, because they were preserved with the because it was cold, because it was so cold, and they were just waiting. Well, there came a point where one of the guys was like, "Look, we're just basically sitting here waiting to die, so I'm leaving. I'm gonna climb out of this mountain pass. I'm going to go find help." And everybody was like, "Don't go." Everybody was freaked out, right? They wanted to stay in the safety of the fuselage. But the only way that they were really going to get to where they wanted to go, the only way that they were going to survive, was to get out of that comfort zone, to get out of the fuselage and go and see what was out there. Go take a chance, go take a risk, and sort of like go push forward. So the guy goes, he makes it, right? He lives. I think there was a guy that went with him that lived, and I think everybody else in the plane died. I can't remember that for sure. Go watch the movie. But it was that sort of a lesson where it clicked for me, and I was like, wow, that's right. What we need to be doing is pushing ourselves. We need to be uncomfortable. We need to take, calculated risks. We need to push forward, right? We need to do things that we haven't always done to get results that we haven't ever gotten. And so that's why mindset to me is so critically important. And that's why I want to talk about it here on the show more frequently, right? This is not just about business. It's really about personal growth in a lot of ways. Because as you grow as an owner and as you grow as a person, your business is going to get just that much better. All right. So hopefully I've beaten that into the ground. Today, what I wanted to talk about, and I think I've talked about this before, but I don't care. It's important enough that I want to talk about it again. And what's funny is that it kind of flies in the face of what I just told you about getting out of the fuselage. But the lesson that I write this down every day. I do this journaling every day. I write down sort of where the income is at for the quarter. I write down kind of a theme of the day, something internally that I want to remember. I write down some gratefulness things, and then I write down one sentence: embrace the monotony of success. All right. And what that means is not that you should just keep doing the things that you're comfortable with, but what it means is that you should be dedicated to doing the things that are going to create success over and over and over again, and not chasing the shiny object. Okay. I have to write this down every day, because if I don't, I will start doing stupid stuff. For example, I almost signed a lease to get a second office. I don't need a second office. Okay? My people work remotely for the most part. When they come into the office, there's plenty of room for us here. There's a conference room that we can use. There are plenty of resources here that do not require me to shell out basically double the rent that I'm paying right now. Instead, I can use that money for marketing. I can use it for more coaching. I can use it for more growth. I can use it for more strategy, right? I can just use it for more things than just a box, a roof, right? It also reminds me that I need to buckle up, sit down, and do the things that get me success. For example, this podcast, right? I do this thing every single week. You know why? Because it helps. It helps you. It helps me. It helps the people, the members of Infinity Clients Workshop. It helps everybody. And so I embrace that. I embrace the monotony of doing this podcast every single week, twice a week, right? I've done it that way for a while now, and I'm going to continue to do it forever. It is creating content for my law firm every day, following up with potential clients every day, right? Just doing these things that you need to do to be successful. You need to do them day in and day out forever, right? Exercising, reading, doing my journaling, right? Embrace the monotony of success. What happens is these things start to work, and then you go chase something else. You go find something else that looks new and shiny. And I see you guys doing it all the time in the Building a Law Firm Facebook group. Every once in a while, somebody can't help but ask, like, hey, what's the newest practice management software that you're using, right? All this is a distraction from doing the work that will get you the results that you want for your firm. My practice management software is Asana. I don't use any like specific legal thing. I do my books on a spreadsheet, right? And that's not to say that you should do that necessarily, but what I'm saying is just pick something and go with it for a while. It doesn't have to be complicated, and you don't have to keep reinventing the wheel all the time. All right? Embrace the monotony of success. As soon as I meet this quarterly goal, I'm going to get a tattoo of that statement. I think maybe like right here. If you think it's a bad idea, let me know. Come in the Facebook group and tell me. But otherwise, I'm going to get it. I think I really kind of want to get it like right here. Someplace I can see it every day. Like I'm getting in the shower. I'm like, oh, yeah, do that, right? We'll see what the wifey thinks about it being right here, because everybody will be able to see it. But I digress. Okay, so that's the lesson of the day, right? If you have these things that work, you have a plan, execute the plan, right? So for me, for example, when it comes to Google Ads, I have a very specific plan that I know will work, but it requires me to just do sort of the same things over and over and over again every day. So I'm going to do those things. I'm not going to sit around. I'm not gonna jump around from thing to thing. I'm gonna do the thing and do it consistently. I'm gonna embrace sort of the boredom of that. It's going to occur over time. All right. Just like this show, we're on episode 95. Episode 95 of this show. I've already done like 175 episodes of another podcast before this, the Art of Lawyering podcast. I had a law firm marketing mastery podcast, I think. This is probably close to episode like 300 that I've done. But I'm still doing them because they work, right? I know that this is the vehicle that gets you the information that you need to be successful. It also shows you what's possible so that you want to come and join me in Infinity Clients Workshop, which hopefully you want to do. All right, so that is it for today. All right, embrace the monotony of success. Write that down somewhere and just look at it every day. Okay, when you want to chase that shiny object, when you want to go look at Facebook, when you want to go do something stupid, don't work. Just get to work. All right, that is it. You know, fired up. Okay, can't wait to talk to you again next time. And you know, if you guys have any good ideas for episode 100, let me know. I don't have anything right now. I'll probably just do another episode because that's how I roll. But that is it. Thank you for being here. If you know somebody that you think should watch the show, let me know. Send them my way. I'd love to have them. All right. That is it for now. I will talk to you again soon. See ya.